the day many of you have been waiting for. In just 2 hours, voters will head to the polls all over the state to see who will represent Mississippi in the U.S. Senate.
Republican Cindy Hyde-Smith and Democrat Mike Espy will face off in today's runoff election to serve the remainder of Thad Cochran's term. We'll have the latest in Decision 2018 news as the polls get ready to open. But first, the weather. We're off to a freezing start on this Tuesday morning. Here's a live look from our tower cam looking over downtown Jackson. First Alert meteorologist Patrick Ellis joins us with details on how cold it will be today as you head to the polls. Patrick.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yes, it will be a chilly one across the area, down to 29 degrees here in the capital city, right on par with our forecast as we have been talking about this morning. Of course, it has been a chilly night, and of course, we still have a breeze flowing in here around, say, 5 to 8 miles per hour, and that is going to also push down those wind chills as you're stepping out the door, so go ahead and be ready for that. 32 degrees right now, Vicksburg, Natchez, and Macomb. Right now, 29 in Yazoo City, 31 as you're stepping out the door in Forest. Forecast for today, again, we'll get the temperatures back up close to 50 today with a northwesterly breeze around 10 miles per hour. It won't be nearly as breezy as it was yesterday across the area, but we'll stay dry and bright. But how long will that last, and how long will this chill last? We'll talk about that coming up here in just a couple of minutes.
All right, at 7 o'clock this morning, the polls will be open, and you will decide who will represent Mississippi in the U.S. Senate.
Cindy Hyde-Smith is fighting a challenge from Mike Espy to keep the seat she was appointed to when Thad Cochran retired earlier this year. She's the first woman to represent Mississippi in the Senate. Espy hopes to become the first African-American to represent Mississippi in the Senate since Reconstruction. Hyde-Smith came under fire after she made controversial comments about public hangings and voter suppression, while Espy faced scrutiny regarding allegations against him when he was U.S. Secretary of Agriculture in the 1990s. Whoever wins today's runoff will serve the last 2 years of Cochran's term. The polls will be open from 7 to 7.
The runoff for a U.S. Senate seat in Mississippi has turned into a national event.
All eyes are on the race between Senator Cindy Hyde-Smith and Mike Espy. 3 on Your Side's Reggie Marion is live from a polling location in North Jackson. Good morning, Reggie.
Good morning, Symphony and Wilson. The runoff between Republican Senator Cindy Hyde-Smith and Democrat Mike Espy. It is the final U.S. Senate seat to be decided from the midterms earlier this month. The winner goes on and finishes the last 2 years of Republican Senator Thad Cochran, who resigned because of health issues. Now, this race, of course, is gaining national attention because it's become a racially charged election. You may remember Hyde-Smith making comments about sitting on a front row, in which she did later apologize. She is the state's first female senator. Before she was appointed to the position, she was the state's agriculture commissioner. Espy, he was the agriculture secretary under Clinton, and he also represented Mississippi in Congress. If he is elected today, he would be the first black senator from Mississippi since the Civil War. There are other runoffs on the ballot today. Of course, there are several judicial runoffs today, and then depending on where you live, there's also other races. I know in Jefferson County there's a runoff for constable, and in Yazoo County there's a runoff for tax collector. But no matter where you live, all polls across the state open at 7 o'clock this morning, and they close at 7 o'clock tonight. You do need to make sure that you bring a photo ID with you when you head to the polls. And when the results start coming in tonight, we will have those on air and online at WLBT.com. Reporting live from North Jackson, Reggie Marion, 3 on Your Side.